it is a monopoly game, and you should be trying to figure out how to exit. They want the results with no work. You gotta spend. Most niggas can't spend to get to the work. People who are truly independent will never tell you.
DIY.
DIYers, Joe Budden was recently a guest on the My Expert Opinion show hosted by Math Hoffa. And it was really interesting because this is one of those stories I didn't really have to do a whole lot of digging for. Joe Budden speaks on the record label's blueprint.
You voice through action. You don't voice through voicing.
This is the reason why I say voice through voice. If they're using this frequency to affect certain neighborhoods or certain
where you're going.
Why not have a counteractive
because you eventually,
frequency?
I feel like we've had this talk before. You eventually realize that the participants are volunteering to participate. Even if it's by mistake. Some of you niggas that think y'all signed to TuneCore don't know TuneCore is owned by... We was on E1 talking about independent. E1 was Atlantic.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
When you really start to dig deep into the companies that own the platforms that are independent first, not all of them, but a lot of them that say they're independent artists first, generally, you'll find that when you do some dig deep in either their investors, silent or public, will be folks who are still directly related to the record business, the traditional music industry.
If you are not direct to consumer, you're not independent.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Does it start to make a little bit sense of now the kind of decision making that I have to have as I'm thinking about if I were purely, really for real independent and not relying upon these platforms that have the record system, the record business ethics attached to it, the record company business ethics, could I stand successfully on those? And of course, I can sell physical product. I do this. I've been doing this for many, many years. I started to notice when I detached from the streaming, it changed my way of doing business. I no longer cared about the vanity metrics, the low-hanging fruit, the playlists where, if you didn't know, 75% of streams are generated from songs that are sitting on playlist. That leaves you about 25% chance that direct traffic is responsible for all that traffic, all them streams that you're getting.
Listen, we all come from impoverished neighborhoods, right? So don't misconstrue what I'm saying.
Right.
Nothing wrong with partnering with anybody or working for anybody. But it is a monopoly game, and you should be trying to figure out how to exit.
If this is indeed a monopoly board, for those who have played Monopoly, you understand what happens when you start to get a little bit of greedy. You get properties you didn't even think you was going to be able to get. You start putting hotels on them, and you start cashing out. Then the person you playing starts getting extra hotels, and they start spreading them amongst the whole board. And before you know it, you got to sell them hotels because all you got left after going through all them fines is them hotels. It's because you hung around too long. It's because you didn't play the game the way that it was supposed to be played, which, as he's alluding to, should be with short-term safety in mind. A lot of people hang around this, sign more loans, get into further debt, to the point where they're going to be owing the label probably for the rest of their life. And if not that dramatic, 10, 20 years. So you have to get in and get out. And if you're not thinking like, for instance, a chameleonaire who became so successful and pivoted at such a perfect time that he is now an angel investor into businesses that are not just music related. He has his own touring bus company, right? Trucking company. If you don't pivot or figure out how to reinvest your money, you end up like one of these goober ass rappers 20, 30 years on podcasts talking about, man, you know, the record industry is a shady business. Nigga, what was you doing? What was you not doing?
And then you see a publishing deal, and then you see this deal, and then you see it. At some point, you get enough information, because that's really what it's about, and you say, oh shit, I don't like none of this shit. That's why you get the act that you sign the bad deals, and then they pop off the rip. Cardi B popped off rip. You were never getting a second album without them fixing whatever they put there. Hey, yo, but that ain't everybody's story. You want to live another day so you can design your life how you see fit. And if that's being a worker and a slave to the record labels for the rest of your life, then so be it. They want the results with no work.
Which is why the labels don't die.
Yeah, they won't die because nobody wanted to work.
The labels are banking on it. No matter how small the odds are that you will be the jackpot winner, the higher that amount goes up, the more tickets you will sell, and they will never stop selling lottery tickets. Even after all the horror stories of people who don't even last, their money doesn't last, people still sign up for the lottery. You know that there are labels that target people who are in really impoverished neighborhoods, and they want nothing more than to move them, their family, their mama, just not even into the laps of luxury, just somewhere better. they're willing to do a whole lot of things and suffer the consequences later because look how good it looks now. And these labels bank on that because they know that no matter how many times people like me put out videos like this, there's always going to be somebody that's going to be like, well, maybe it won't be me.
Them niggas back there say, yo, dog, you got an hour left. We did a few episodes today. Yeah, you got to go learn all of this other shit to do this properly. If you want to really get to the work. If you want to be a slave and just come in and just keep talking and not pay for nothing, then get what comes to you.
Let me find out. I'll be in here ready to bust a blood vessel in my neck, trying to talk to my peers and my fellow DIYers, or who I think are DIYers, who are just at some point going to just give in, cave, because they don't want to do the work. Independence is not easy. The money that's coming in is not adding up to what's going out, but that is the cost of operating any business. It is so easy, though, for people to just jump off of it and say, what am I stressing about? I can take this loan, man, and everything will look so good. I can buy whatever I want. I can get out of this. I can buy my way out of this situation. But the fact that people will be willing to do this because they don't want to do the work, you niggas is different.
But if you want to do it this way, let's go to B&H. Let's get 1 million of these cards, tripods, stands, wires, cords.
Lights.
Can I record here? Lights, staff. Let's go. It's work. You got to spend. Most niggas can't spend to get to the work. The people who are truly independent will never tell you. There's niggas out there that's getting it. You'll never know it and you'll never see it.
Rich money is loud. Wealthy money is very quiet. And when you treat this as a business, as your music business, it is none of your concern to make sure that the public, the general public, knows how rich you are, because you're not rich, you're wealthy. But there's a part of me that's even seeing I'm going to have to pivot from making as much content as I've made so that I can live deeper into my independence and scale my independence. And a lot of that, it won't be loud, because even if loud don't equal rich, loud definitely is broke. I've seen loud and broke many more times than I've seen loud and rich. I got my laptop, check, and I got FL Studio 20. Baby, are you ready to cook or not?
Nah.
Flicky, do you love me? Are you riding? Are you hard driving?
No.
What's your problem, baby? Come on, let's cook.
You don't deserve me. Rewire told me she saw you out with Ableton last night acting like a hoe.
Hold up. I can explain that.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, it's just that at times you are complicated.
Complicated? Am I complicated, or is it that you're just trash and you don't understand me? We don't even get fleeky no more. We used to do some nasty things.
We can still do that fleeky thing if you don't But help me understand you better. I don't know where to start. Can you show me where to start?
If you're really about that, go to teachmeflstudio.com and let Curtis King teach you how to treat a doll like me. Boop.
Visit teachmeflstudio.com and enroll today.
It's almost like asking for a non-corrupt cop. The system itself is so fucked up that after you join the system, you're automatically
being led in a certain direction.
Right.
Their ethics are not built upon you doing better business than them. Matter of fact, they hire the best lawyers in the business to ensure you'll never have a one-up on them. The best music lawyers. So for people to ask for fairness or say I'm going to go get the best deal that I can or the best, fairest deal, that's not what they're built off of.
The labels, it's not in their interest for you to flourish without them.
Nor do they believe you can.
Then there's that.
They know how much money it costs to break an act. They know it better than us. And if you can somehow defy those odds, then you deserve it.
I think my only question to these gentlemen, if had I been another person in the room, right? What's your number? If you're trying to blow up, you need blow up money. Blow up is a matter of the best perceptions, the perception of being the best from this region, the perception of having the best of these beats. It's all perception. It's not about the best music. So if you want to play that perception game, you're dealing with people who have multi-million-dollar budgets to make it seem like you ain't shit. They can run a smear campaign on you. What you gonna do? You can't play big bank with the big dogs. But when you know your number, what's your number? Most folks will say like, oh, it's 100 million or it's 400, 500 million. Would that number really need to be necessary to change your life? If you were making $100,000 a year, doing what you loved, would that be success to you? Or are you so hypnotized by the idea of being famous that you'll never be happy until you're the most famous that you can be? If you're in the product of creating the best music, the best musical product, and a business around that, you're in the music business. And therefore, your priorities are different.
Artists that I work with, artists that I consult for, they don't know where to spend the money. If they had 100 bands, they would not
Because
know where to
because
spend.
everything's like a shot in the dark. I'd say that
Not for labels.
You might want to start at a streaming farm. You didn't hear me say that.
How many artists get signed, first of all, that deal with that all the time? They get a huge cash advance and don't know shit to do with it. I've spent over $75,000 in just PayPal Capital. I lost a lot of that money, but I'm grateful to say I went through it. So now, as new money comes in, I can do something better with it because I went through it. It blows my mind the amount of artists that jump in these comments whenever we talking that independent shit, that DIY shit. It blows my mind the amount of artists that pop in here and you still working with Stream Daddy. And they try to tell us how ridiculous it is, the idea to sell your music. But the truth of the matter is, if you know your number, if you know what you're actually trying to go after, so much of this stuff really won't matter. So much of these vanity statistics, the idea of having clout, the necessity to get on, the necessity to be seen, the necessity to look like you're doing something so you can prove it to all the people in your life that said you would never be anything, that won't matter. You'll be concerned with, what if instead of me trying to go after 1 million streams, what if I focus on the 5 people that are willing to buy a CD from me? You know why I say that could be more beneficial? I wonder why he says that. Because if you sold a CD to those 5 people, let's just say for $10, to 5 people, that's 50. The amount of streams that you would need to get is 14,368. To get that, maybe a whole calendar year later. When you're direct to consumer, they can pay you, it can go through your PayPal, through your Stripe, and you can get that the same day. You niggas are allergic to money. For those of you that want to make $1 million off of music and you're relying upon streaming because it allows you to not have to do any work, you can just put your music out there, hope it gets on playlists, hope it goes viral, get on TikTok, hope it takes off. For those of you that are trying to make $1 million, 287,356,322 Spotify streams. That is your daddy. Don't talk to a boss like that. Don't talk to somebody who actually wants to go get their money. And this is not even about CDs. This is about, this is about digital albums that you can sell for 10. I just sold a digital album today full of loose singles that used to be on streaming from the homegirl that said, "Where's your music at?" I said, "Oh, I'm on strike right now." She said, "Oh, say less. Where's it at?" I said, "Bandcamp, $10. The fuck? She wants to listen to it on her ride to her destination. Because why not? Streaming ain't my daddy. I'm trying to figure this out, and I'm figuring it out in real time. It's a real vulnerable place to be. But I love it when the OGs talk like this because they make us feel like we're not so damn crazy for trying to do something different. Those are my thoughts, though, DIYers. Let me know what you think. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.